Alright guys, this is going to be the 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa. For 2021, they basically redid the whole motorcycles. You got new taillights, which I'm going to have to say, they did this motorcycle a favor. Those taillights are a lot better looking than the previous generation ones. You're still going to get the dual exhaust. At the front, the headlight changed a little bit, but not a whole lot. You're gonna see that it's gonna be all LED. You're gonna get your integrated turning signals. Let's go ahead and take it for a spin and see how this goes. This is gonna be basically just more of a first ride impression. I really didn't do much research on this one, so we're gonna see how this goes. Guys, sorry if I'm a little bit out of breath, but it's literally over 90 degrees here in Florida. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Let's see how she sounds right off the bat. As you're gonna see, this is gonna be a full-blown sport motorcycle. So basically you're gonna be leaning forward. Let me go ahead and adjust my mirrors because can't really do much. Right off the bat, you can definitely tell it's a sport bike. You're leaning forward, low windshield for better aerodynamics. Suzuki kept the analog gauges, so you're gonna see you're gonna have your RPM, you're gonna have your speedometer over here. Now in the middle you're gonna have it almost looks like a 2x4 small display here, so you're able then to go through your what you call it, through your settings. So we're gonna go ahead and start her on B. I am gonna be respectful of the Hayabusa. I hear that on A you unleash all the power, so we're not gonna do that right off the bat. So again, if you've never ridden this type of sports bike, guys, oh my god, that power, oh my god. Now, being the first time on a Hayabusa, guys, I'm gonna have to tell you, holy mother, was that fast pull out or what? I have a Yamaha FJR, and guys, that really doesn't do anything compared to this bike. So guys, just a little bit about the motorcycle. You're gonna get a tank that's gonna be over a little bit 5 gallons. You're gonna get around 41 to 42 miles per gallon for fuel economy. So around 190 miles is gonna be basically what your range is gonna be. The Hayabusa has 180 horsepower, over 110 foot-pound of torque. So you're literally getting horsepower and you're getting torque. The Hayabusa is basically, guys, known as the sports bike to be. I know that they're trying to market this more of a, maybe not Suzuki, but from some stuff that I've read, they're trying to make this more of like a sport touring bike. I'm not sure if that's even possible just because of the riding position that you have. Oh my god, guys, wow, what a dream. I couldn't ride the Hayabusa long distance because I have, like, I don't want to say neck and back issues because I don't want to say that, but I know that I wouldn't be comfortable if I'm doing this bike on long distance. But guys, the power, you can feel the power instantly. The exhaust, and I'll give it a little rev here so you can hear it. Very quiet exhaust from the factory, so not something that's going to be very loud. You're going to be able to see the RPM going right there up and down. It also has cruise control, so again, it gives you the cruise control there. You're able to set it, you're able to go up and down just like your typical car. If you want to go ahead and disengage, you either can go ahead and turn it off, press your clutch, press your brake, and you're going to go ahead and disengage the cruise control. So it gives you between different riding modes. So we have B mode right now. One thing that I like about it is going to be clutchless shift. So literally all you're going to do is, and look over here, you let the gas go and you go ahead and shift into the next gear. So that's going to make it a lot faster. You know, it's a more sporty bike if you were. Oh my god, guys, I have to say I'm in love with this bike. Now if you see me over here, guys, let me see if I can engage the cruise control real quick so I can show you guys. So if you look at me over here, you're gonna see that my knee is gonna be completely bent. It's gonna be more than a 90-degree angle. So, oh my God, guys! Again, you have to ride one of these Hayabusas to actually understand what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna see if I'm able to just let her rip a little bit when we get to the stop sign. And the beautiful thing is, since you don't have to, since this is clutchless shifting, you can either go up or down in the, you know, in the gears, and you don't have to shift at all. All you gotta do is just literally shift. Just even if you can even leave the gas going, and she will go into the next gear and just go ahead and go. So let's go ahead and keep going through. So we have U1. So basically this is going to be, guys, user 1, user 2, user 3, and if you see at the bottom, it's going to basically be telling you what the settings that you're going to be using. So you have the power, it's going to be, you know, it's going to give you the power setting, the traction control. Then if you see here, it's going to tell you that it has engine brake is going to be completely off. Let's go ahead, I'm trying to see. So A is going to give you the power in 1, traction control in 1. I'm not sure what the LF is, I'm going to have to look. We have the engine brake off, and then we have the QS at 1. So I'll put a link in the description below, and I'm going to go ahead and put what each of those are going to be, because I'm not sure what they are. Woo. My God. If it wasn't for the basically crouch position of a, you know, your typical crutch rocket, I'm gonna have to say I would love it. But going back to the Hayabusa, being a sport motorcycle, it's gonna have Suzuki did a great thing. You're gonna have adjustable front and rear suspension. You're able to set the preload. So that's gonna allow you to, you know, whether you're gonna be a little bit more stiff, a little bit softened. You know, it lets you select what you want to do. It's going to have very little suspension travel in the front and in the rear. That's going to be the same for ground clearance. Again, this is going to be basically your king sport bike, so don't expect to get either one of those three things. If you want more clearance, you have to go and get, you know, to your adventure sport bike. That's where you're going to find that. I perhaps need one of these, even if it's just for just to go up and down work, you know, and every now and then get on the highway, because oh my God, guys, you can definitely feel that power just literally just try to get you off your seat. Woo. Now the mirrors, I don't know if you're able to get a good look, but the mirrors don't have a lot of visibility. I will have to say pretty much 0 to none. So if you're looking for more visibility, you might have to go with aftermarket mirrors, but so not really a big deal. So the whole thing is you're able to fold them in. So I know some guys that I used to run with that had the GSR 1000, and they will literally, you know, flip them in, and they will go ahead and, you know, fly basically with their motorcycles. So that's one advantage. So I have to say, guys, your display is going to be extremely bright. So that's not going to be an issue at all. If you see, it's going to tell you basically if you're leaning left and right. I don't know if you're able to see the gauges below, but if you go left, it's going to give you basically your clutch is going to move left and right. So you're able to see that. You're also going to get a red line shifting indicator right up here. So if you're literally just booking it, all you got to do is just watch for the light and just shift to the next gear. I'm trying to see. Okay. So again, so it gives you, just like your Suzuki V-Strom 1000, you're able to go ahead and just toggle between the switches. So you have, right now we are in trip number 2. It's telling me that I'm getting 32.3 miles per gallon. One thing that I'm noticing is going to be the fact that this motorcycle throws a lot of heat. The Hayabusa throws a lot of heat from the engine, so you definitely feel that heat in your legs as you're running. So as you can see, we haven't been going very fast, so it's even more noticeable. at lower speeds, so just keep that in mind if you're riding in hot weather like we are here in Florida. It's going to throw a lot of heat from the engine. Beautiful color selection. You're going to get this pearl white that we have here. I'm going to have to say I was never a big fan of the previous generations, like the fact that they had like the tail light and the headlight, but they did a beautiful job with this model over here. So you're able to see, you get your coolant temperature, your engine temperature over here on the right. Your fuel is going to be to the left. So they're keeping basically everything is being kept analog. So I'm not sure if that's just part of just, you know, staying with the tradition of your typical, you know, Hayabusa, whatnot, because, you know, as you know, all of them are going to be analog. So let's see here. Man, I would love. And you could literally see that ABS literally kicking. So very good braking from Suzuki on this motorcycle. You can tell they did a good job making sure that you have great stopping power. So you're gonna have a dual disc with 4 piston calipers in the front. You're gonna get a single disc with a dual piston caliper in the back. The Hayabusa is going to be chain driven. That has not changed for a very long time. Typically motorcycles that have this type of horsepower, as we said earlier, between over 180 horsepower, over 110 foot-pound of torque, you want to go ahead and just keep it chain driven, just because it's going to be a lot better for your power delivery. I'm 5'10" and I'm able to flat foot the Hayabusa completely, which is not to be surprised. You know, again, this type of bike is meant to be low to the ground and ridden fast. I love the fact that it has cruise control. That's something that a lot of manufacturers has been coming on with lately. This type of motorcycle at this type of price range should have, you know, cruise control. As you can see, I'm way above the windshield, so the only way that I will get some protection will be just to basically get down here, and even then I'm not getting really no protection at all. Literally I will still be getting the air right below where my shield stops. So I recently saw this guy on the Iron Butt Rally. He completed the Iron Butt Rally and he actually won on a Hayabusa, so very capable motorcycle. I'm gonna have to say I love that clutchless shifting. So going back to the Hayabusa, so this guy from the IBA, he actually won the Iron Butt Rally of this year. If you don't know about that, that's going to be basically this competition for extreme riders. You basically are riding for 10 or 11 straight days, and you're basically riding over 1,000 miles a day. So he won the rally. I think he logged close to 12,000 miles in those 10 or 11 days. So he was really going for it, and the Hayabusa won. So the Hayabusa has been, like I said, has been around for a very long time. They're known for being reliable. And guys, that's pretty much I have. I mean, this is a beautiful bike. It's going to be a motorcycle that if you are into sport, it's going to be great. If you're looking for power, it's going to be great. If you're somebody that has like neck or back issues, it's not going to be the bike for you, just because you are literally riding constantly on a forward sitting position. You're not going to be sitting upright. And maybe if you get like some bar risers and a better windshield, but then you will be defeating the whole purpose of this bike. I mean, this bike is meant to go fast. This bike is meant to corner and handle well. So if you start, you know, making those subtle changes, you might not be able to fully enjoy the bike, or you actually might start enjoying it better. The fact that it has cruise control, I have to say that's a big plus. One thing that I'm still kind of surprised, if you look at the Kawasaki Concourse, that's a bike that has been around for a very long time, but it's a bike that's still over $14,000. It's a sport cruiser and it has no cruise control. So guys, if you like the content, just give it a thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.